Hello, welcome to External Star Channel. My name is Marek, and today I will be unboxing something beautiful. It's Bentley Bentayga, actually made by, and let me tell you right now, by Kyosho here. And this model was a little bit discounted, yeah, so it's this orange flame color. And first thing I will do now is really to take it out of the box, and then I will review it, and in the end give it a final rating. So let me start straight here in the beginning. So what I really need to do as the first thing is to take it out of the box, and what I really want to do is maybe to remove it here. So let me just do it somehow gently and take it out of this plastic. So this plastic is gone, and you can see that on the screen here, on the box, there is a nice Bentley logo here, which is quite shiny, and it already looks kind of luxurious. And then when you reverse the box, it says BL1611, which is the code of the model. This is the 1-18 Bentley Bentayga Orange Flame, and there is always this notice that it's not suitable for children under 14 years old. Alright, so that's the usual thing with almost all the models. So let me just now take it out of the box and quickly see how beautiful it can be. Yeah. Okay. So it can be kind of difficult. All right. And I will be directly checking if there are any screws in there. Okay, thanks God there are no screws here. So it's my favorite way how to box those cars, yes, because sometimes when there are screws it's always shitty or not comfortable to remove it out of the box. So here we have only this paper, which is somehow holding the two parts of the styrofoam box. And you can also read here that this is the Bentley Bentayga and this is the top part. So it's now the top part is on the top, and now maybe let me remove it for the very first time. So let me just put the camera like this, and voila! Oh wow! The first look at the Bentley Bentayga is here. Okay, so we have a towel, which is quite usual for all the Rolls-Royce or Bentley models. So beautiful towel. Let me just show you the full like all the details on the towel. So we have the Bentley logo here, and maybe now I will put it aside. I don't need a towel. And then we have also two paper towels here. Okay, so the first one, second one. Okay, beautiful. And now wow, look at that, this beautiful Bentley Bentayga in this beautiful orange color. And the good thing is, oh, look at that, I have this examination tool, but you know maybe that I prefer this one, yeah. So I prefer the metal tool, but here we have for this one we have this plastic one, so that we don't scratch it. I will maybe keep it here on the side. And now let me remove the car out of the box. Wow, it's quite heavy. So I will put it here. Now I don't need the box anymore. So let me just put the box here and the model here. Okay, wow, that's a nice piece of a model. Wow, it's quite heavy, definitely over 1 kilo of weight, and it looks that there are not really any flaws here. Okay. So at first sight it looks really awesome, but of course I will now review it part by part, so all the details, and I will tell you what I think about it. Okay, so where to start now? As usually I will start in the front, so with the front part, the front grille. I think this is the most interesting part of all the cars. So Here we can see we have nice huge headlamps, like here it's quite transparent, and here as well. Yeah, they are quite nicely done. I'm just wondering if I can also see the details like the Bentley inside. No, because on my Mulsanne you can also see the Bentley sign inside of the light, but not here. Okay, it's not a big deal. And then we have here also this side light. Is it the turning light? Perhaps. And yeah, it looks like they just put another piece of something orange on the top of it. Yeah, it doesn't look so professional, or maybe it's okay, I don't know. And I always review if this is perforated or not. So here at the front grille, it looks good, but it's not perforated. And the same here, all the air intakes are not perforated, which could be a little bit improved so that we could see through it also inside the ventilator, which is behind, but we don't see it here. Then we have the standard Bentley license plate, which doesn't say so much, only Bentley on it, and maybe sometimes I prefer the realistic license plate more than this one just saying the name of the car. Okay, so then the side view, and here we can already see also some more details, like now the wheels, which are also quite beautiful. Yeah, and I think, yeah, they are from real rubber. And when you check like inside, you can see the brake caliper, the brake disc. The brake caliper says, yeah, there's a Bentley logo on it. There's also one B like Bentley in the middle of the wheel, and yeah, that's basically it. So I think in the back it's exactly the same, only on the brake caliper you don't see this Bentley sign on it. Okay, and then here on the side we also have the flying B here, which is quite nice. And okay, there is some dust already. And what is also quite beautiful is are all the frames around the windows, so you can see it here. But what I already recognize that here there is a quite significant gap. So if you see it here, this frame here is not really attached to the frame here. Maybe, okay. So luckily I can shift the whole door a little bit upwards, and then the gap disappears. So there is a quick fix, and I'm quite glad for that. I like how all those parts are shiny, reflective, and it really looks quite luxurious. And now let me also check in the back. The lights here also quite beautiful. Let me just zoom in so that you can see all those details here. All right, so there's a nice frame like on my Bentley Flying Spur, and like almost every Bentley, yeah, so it's in chrome. And then again the same license plate, and here we have the Bentley logo. Let me just show you the detail. Okay, so from this side you see the B and the wings, and then there's also this rear wiper. Yeah, you can see that it's really not working. So actually I have never seen a model where this wiper would be somehow operational, like it could be turned upside and downside. Yeah, it's nowhere. And I also told you maybe multiple times that here the gas door, it almost every time cannot be opened. There are only few models where you can open it, and this is not one of them. Okay, so in general, the exterior looks very nice. I like the color. The paint is really nice. And what I could also show you is the roof here, which is so fully transparent, and the glass is really cool. You can see all the details inside, which is really perfect. I love it. And of course we will check the interior a little bit later again, but now I already wanted to show you how precise everything is. So this model is quite beautifully done. Okay, and there is also one antenna here. And before we go to the interior and open the model, I also want to show you if the suspension is working.
Another cool feature, the Bentayga of course has suspension that raises or lowers at your desire. Everybody has that.
Okay, Okay, I'm not sure if this is intended as a suspension. Let me check also in the front. No, I think the suspension here is not working. Yeah, it's not there. But at least you can turn the wheels. Now I think it's only time to start opening all the things that we can open. And the first one is actually the hood here, and I can feel that there is a button here beneath. So I'm pushing it, and it will push out or push up a little bit here the hood. So let me then open it and show you what is actually there. Okay, so here are all the details. Maybe I can do one more thing to do a close-up view so you don't miss any details here. And the first thing which is quite interesting is the badge here. I don't know exactly what is on that, maybe the number 12. Does it mean 12 cylinders, perhaps?
The Bentayga has a 12-cylinder, but of course a mere 12-cylinder would be plebeian. So there are also 2 turbochargers. The result is 600 horsepower, 664 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, and a top speed of 187 miles per hour.
And something else which is so small and tiny that I am not able to read it. Then we have the engine here with the Bentley logo and a few more details, like here there's this pin to open it, and then we have also I think the battery is here, and here you can change the oil. But what I don't like so much all the time are the huge columns here, which are really big, massive, and when you see auto art models, this is much better. Okay, so that's the engine bay. And now let me also show you here when I open the door. And of course you can open all 5 doors, so maybe I should open them first, all of them, and then I will see what is in the interior. Okay, so it's quite difficult, no, not so difficult to open it here, but it's not holding in the upper position. Yeah, so when I open it like this, it will go down. So, and there is nothing to hold it up. So maybe I will just review very quickly what is here. There is actually no carpeting. This is quite disappointing. And then here, this deck, you can't really move this deck. This is a piece of plastic, and also a little bit disappointing that you are not able to move it. And then there is actually nothing else in the trunk. So that's basically it. Okay, so let me also open the rest of the door. I can also use this door opener. Okay. And now what I will do is to check what is actually inside. And let me start directly in the front. So let me make it even closer so that we don't miss any details here. And first, maybe in the front, the door. And wow, there are so many details. Just look at that. Wow, so there is imitation of wood here. Very beautiful air conditioning, so with the metallic frame. And wow, there are some scratches here. Can you see? This is scratched somehow. I never touched this model before. It's directly from the manufacturer, and I can see some scratches here. So some minus points. Sorry, Kyosho. And then when we see the seats, all the nice buttons here, maybe also with some details, like there is a cross on the upper button and something else on the below one, and then many other electric controls of the seat. And then in the middle, you can maybe see that there is this huge LCD screen, but on that screen you can only see the Bentley logo, nothing else, which is quite a shame, because sometimes I prefer when we see the navigation or at least the radio. Here only the Bentley logo. Okay, and then on the seats we can also see some nice sewing, so it looks like from real leather. And actually when I touch it here, yeah, there is carpeting at least inside, which is good. And Here, when we check the door and the interior, there are multiple colors. So here again, imitation of brown leather. Here we have wooden part, and then also this door handle and the big speakers. Okay, so that's in the front. In the back, it's completely the same, at least the door. But then, when we check here, there is this table which I cannot fold or unfold. Yeah, so this is static and could be maybe also one improvement to make this table actionable. Okay, so that's it. And in the rear also there is carpeting everywhere. We have the seat belts here, quite realistic. Yeah, so we have the seat belts. Also in the front there are seat belts, but they are not visible because they are behind this B column. And that's basically it. So let me also check the steering wheel and how it looks like on the driver side. So when I turn the wheels, you can see that I'm turning the wheels. It's also not so much turning the steering wheel. Yeah, is it even connected? Oh gosh, no, it must be somehow miserably connected, because when I'm turning the wheels, it doesn't turn the steering wheel and vice versa. So this is probably not working, or not working very well. I don't see any connection at all. So also again some minus points, but honestly I never do that. So when it's on display or I can only watch the car, I never like play with that. So I don't know if I should really give some minus points just because it's not connected properly, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what is your intention with the model. And then the steering wheel itself is very beautiful. So it has two colors, also the Bentley logo in the middle, and we can also see the clusters and gouges behind the steering wheel. So yeah, also the middle console here with all the buttons and everything, it's quite beautifully done. So yeah, definitely something worth mentioning. And what I also wanted to do is really to show you through the glass what we can see when we just zoom in here on the middle console. Okay, so that's a nice view, isn't it? So we can see now all the details, like the steering wheel, the accelerator, also the brake, and also a little bit more the gouges and the clusters, and also the buttons on the steering wheel. So yeah, that's quite a beautiful view. Well, I can also try to have another point of view. So like this, I need to be very careful, but sometimes with this view, okay, so I can only see now the radio or the LCD, but nothing else. Yeah, so not so much. There's not so much space from this angle, but it's also a different view, so maybe some of you would appreciate it. Okay, so that's the car with everything open. Yeah, and I hope you like it, like I do. And now what to say? Yeah, so let me just first close everything so it's fully closed. Okay, so here, all right, so back again to view the whole model, and now only tell you that I'm quite happy with this one. There are no real flaws. I like it. It was also discounted, so I didn't pay the full price. Now all the Bentley models are maybe discounted. I don't know what is the reason behind. Maybe they were not sold so well. And I will now only give it a final rating. So thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.